Anybody watching? Good. Okay. Hello, my favorite freshmen. This is the essay test week video. So we're about 8 weeks out from when I predict. I mean, I'm not a health expert, but I predict that the regular flu season is going to mix in with the COVID and make in class learning completely impossible and lead to not full shutdowns, but periodic shutdowns. And the schools where you won't be able to attend classes will not be able to send you home because that will just spread the virus even more. So you'll have to switch to all virtual learning, which, I'm okay with because I really need the students to stay here so that I can support my new career move of being a grocery shopper, Uber Eats driver, Door Dasher, Postmates delivery person. Um, so here we go. For the exam, what you're going to do is you're going to pick a example, your favorite example. Oh, and by the way, this is not a MAGA hat. This is an old minor league baseball team from Austin, Texas, my hometown, called the Austin Senators. One of my favorite hats. I am not a Republican or a Democrat. I am what you would call an independent voter, which I hope you all are registered to vote. If you're not, then you should really start looking into that now. Nobody tells you in the little manual that they give you that you don't have to be a Democrat or a Republican, that you can be an independent voter that votes on whatever you think is right. Oh, wait, no, they don't give you a manual. Well, nobody really tells you that, but you can be an independent and vote your conscience. And I hope you guys all do that in November because we're going to have an election even if things are crazy. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but I've been right a lot lately, so there's that. Anyways, back to the essay test. I want you to pick your favorite example of a common pool resource or a collective action problem. You wrote about them a lot in the discussions. So pick your favorite example of one of those, which, by the way, you might want to do the second part of the exam first, which is 2 questions, list 3 examples of common pool resources, list 3 examples of collective action problems, and briefly explain why in a sentence or two. And then come to the essay, which the essay is going to be pick your favorite example, something that you're interested in, something that you know a lot about, because I know you guys all know a lot about a lot of stuff that other people like me don't know about, and I'm interested to learn. Pick your favorite example, explain what it is in a paragraph or two, probably one. And then the second paragraph and the third paragraph, explain why more depth, why it is a common pool resource or why it is a collective action problem or why it's a free rider problem or why why it's a tragedy of the commons or anything like that. But make sure and pick something you're interested in, because if you're not interested in it, then why are we here? And so do that in the middle of the essay, and then at the end I want you to write about what's being done about it or what should be done about it. You're going to cite 3 sources. Make sure they're from credible sources. If you have a good rule of thumb when you're trying to figure out if a source is credible or not, if you need to ask if it's credible, then it's probably not credible. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at your sources. I provide you with a little link so you can get the APA citation format down, but make sure it looks pretty. Make sure grammar and spelling is right. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna judge whether or not you put some effort into it or not. So put some effort into it, and then you'll submit it. I suggest doing it in a Word doc and submitting it so you don't accidentally lose it instead of trying to type it in. Don't submit Word docs in the discussion, but you can do it. You can do it here. And then next week for discussion week 4, we will start talking about power and authority, which is one of my favorite topics, and we'll definitely make that very interesting. So if you have questions, post them in the coffee shop. If you have personal questions you don't want other students to see, then email me, But this is the week. You have the entire week. It's not due until Wednesday. You can ask any questions you want, but get started and get it done at your convenience as early as possible, because even if the school does shut down in-person classes, or if all schools do that, which I think a lot are, this class will continue because it's all virtual. Peace.